I always hate climbing into this crawl space. It's tight. It's hard on the knees. Wooden floor. But I got to get the Christmas decorations out. So I keep all that stuff in here. So it's time to drag it all back out again. I think I told you guys I'm hosting Thanksgiving dinner next week. Aside from that, I'm also hosting a Christmas holiday party the week after. So, two uh, large groups in here in succession. I think Thanksgiving I have 9 people, all family, and then the week following week it's going to be the neighbors and friends. So I guess we'll have another feast here or something. I dragged all of the decorations out. I put the tree up yesterday. It's a fake one, and it comes apart into multiple pieces. But I've got it set up here, and the first thing I got to do is put the lights on. I picked up some more lights for it yesterday, some colored lights, but I do one of these boxes is full of mini lights that I'm going to decorate it with. But back to that crawl space, when I was in there, uh, I pulled a whole bunch of stuff out of there that went in the trash. Yeah, I'm looking in there. I'm getting the Christmas stuff out. Okay, that's all right. It's stored up there. But then I'm wondering, what's all this other stuff? And I start pulling it out, and it's like, this stuff's been in here for like 30 years. And I figure, if I haven't used it at this point, I'm never going to use it. And it's just basically junk that was stuck back in there and hidden away. And, did I think at some point I would ever want it again? I don't know what the thinking is. You put stuff in the attic, you stash it away, and then you never go back to it again. This was another interesting thing I wanted to show you. I got my dining room table set up here. We had this handmade by the Amish, and I think it's beautiful. It has that hand hewed look to it. And yesterday I put 2 leaves in there to expand it, to make it big enough for the whole family, because we're going to have 9 people, and they may not all fit around this table. I hope they do, but I know it'll hold 8. So I'm going to have to set up another card table or something out here and squeeze in some more seats, because this island, although it's seating for dining, it's going to be covered with food, and you won't even have enough room to put a plate there and eat. So, but anyway, this table has, from the day we bought it, has come with table pads, nice thick cushion, protective table pads that have been on here, and then a tablecloth on top of that. So you've never been able to see the table. And I started thinking to myself, we spent a lot of money on this table, and we bought it because it was gorgeous, and then we cover it up. And no one was ever able to see it. I mean, you could see the chairs, obviously, but you could never see the table because it was covered up. So this year, covers off, and it's not going back on again. I love it. I think it looks beautiful the way it is. Oh, you were wondering what the rubber snake is over here? It's to keep this guy off the table because he doesn't like snakes. The other cat, too. They were getting up on the table every day, and I put the rubber snake up there. Boop, they don't go up there anymore, so that's a good deal. Well, that ended up being quite a job. But I got Christmas decorations up. A little sparkly snow globe tree. This little thing lights up too if you turn it on. Got the stockings hung each side of the chimney. The tree's done. And then the dining area, I got little bows up here on the corners of the windows and the door. So everything's all ready, quite a few weeks early. But like I said, I'll be entertaining family and friends in the next couple weeks, and I wanted to have it kind of a holiday Christmassy spirit too. So yeah, well, I'm glad that's done. Now I've got to carry all these boxes back upstairs. I'm not going to crawl into that crawl space to put them away just yet. I will wait until I put everything away, and then it goes back in the crawl space, because I hate going in that thing. I could probably find a better place to put them. Probably a closet downstairs here would be a better option, because I do have some empty closets now. Well, maybe I'll consider that. I put some lights on the back side of the tree so you could see it through the window. I don't know if you'll be able to see it walking up or not, but anyway, I did it. And this wreath stays lit all year round. Now, those LED lights are kind of weird when you're filming them. They kind of go on and off, but those are on like all the time. They don't blink. They just stay on solid. So it looks like we're coming to the end of motorcycle riding weather here for me. It's pretty cold out here today, and I'm in a t-shirt, but I needed some fresh air. We've had a lot of rain this week. Not really pouring down rain, just a very light drizzle. I mean, it's real damp right now. This morning it was foggy. You couldn't even see part way down the driveway there. It was so foggy this morning. I should have filmed that, because it was pretty, The fog's really pretty out here. But the weather's going to take a turn for the worse this week. In fact, what's today? I think tomorrow we're supposed to get snow. So the temperature is going to keep going down, 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 and then it's going to snow. And that's going to be kind of a wet, sleety, rainy snow from what the forecast said. So I'm hoping that we get some precipitation here. This is my biggest concern. The pond is the water source for the house. And this pipe here is actually the downspout and gutter drains. Everything that hits the roof of the house comes out here and goes into the pond. But we haven't even had enough water for it to drip. I think we did a little bit, but I mean, look at this. This pipe is usually underwater, and we're probably down a good 12 inches. It's always already all up to there's rocks. It should be all the way up to the grass here. And the more surface area that we lose, and the faster it'll go down. And I don't want it to drop much more than what it is right now, just for the health of my pond. But we're we're in the middle of November now. We actually pushing up towards the end of November. So we should start seeing a lot more wet weather over the course of the winter, and that should fill it back up. I pray. I just heard one gunshot from back in the woods, and it did sound like a muzzle loader. And usually when you just hear one shot, it means somebody's hunting, and maybe they got themselves a deer. I don't know. I'm not a hunter anymore, and too much work. Well, I'm gonna head down and get the mail. You're welcome to join me if you want, but I probably should have put a jacket on because it's a little nippy today, but like I said, I need the fresh air, and it certainly isn't going to hurt me. I think in a way, being outside, you know, in the weather, makes you stronger, healthier, tougher. Not like I need to be tougher, but healthier, I'll take. Oh, and I've had the trail cam set up there, and that's kind of a place where the deer come through on the corner of the ag field. And I pulled the SD card out of it the other day, and I had 250 videos, you know, the little 10-second clips, and probably 80% of them were deer. I had a buck running back and forth through there, and the doe and the fawns, the yearlings. So the deer were really on the move, and not so many raccoons as my last pull of that SD card. So, yeah, that was interesting. I see the deer around here once in a while, but they're kind of reclusive, you know. They see you long before you see them. But they're always around, and you saw all the tracks around the pond. I mean, it's peppered with deer tracks. So, and most of the activity is at night from what I see on the trail cam too. And I didn't see any coyotes this time, so who knows where they went. Well, thanks for watching, cats. If you liked my video, hit me with that big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and join me on this adventure. See, the creek's even, there's no water running in the stream either, just some little puddles. Anyway, till next time, cats, I'll catch y'all later.